week 3, lesson 8 of the Store Manager Academy. I'm Stephen Farrell. I'm going to take you through this fairly quick training on HR. That's right, human resources. I know it's really boring. In fact, I've gone through maybe 200 hours of HR training throughout my career, and I think I slept through about 198 of those hours. But what I'm going to talk to you today is going to be very simple, but you need to understand this concept. You need to apply these principles. So first things first, you need to know your company's HR policies. In and out. You've got to know what's black and white and what's gray. You've got to really understand your policies. I know it can get really boring going through those HR videos. It can be really boring sitting in while your HR manager's giving a 2-hour presentation. I understand it. I get it. I've been in your shoes. But as a new manager or as an assistant manager or even those existing managers that are watching this training, you've got to be very vigilant about the training, about what's going to affect your store, affect your business. So that's really one of the most important thing here in today's training is you need to understand your own HR policies and how they work in your store day to day. If you don't understand those, in and out, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Understand this. As a manager, you're going to face a lot of HR issues. Trust me, there's things that aren't even thought of yet that you will experience. I can't tell you all the different things that I've seen that will just blow your mind, that I can't even share with you. But I will share with you a couple stories that'll help you run your business and to be better at what you do. I had a fantastic manager running one of the stores when running one of my stores, and I had remote access to all the cameras. Most of your DMs, you probably know this, they have remote access to all your stores, all your communications, everything that goes on. There's no secrets. We know what's going on, both on video and through your computer systems. So I was doing a quick audit of line management, how lines were doing in my stores. I was also auditing their back rooms, how much product was sitting there versus product that should have been stocked already. And through this quick audit, I noticed out of the corner of my eye, one of my stores, I saw my manager in the office with another young lady. And they were really close, just too close for it being normal. So I zoomed in on there, and before I knew it, I was watching a Hollywood film, and I had to basically turn it off. Okay. How do you think I should handle that situation? He was one of my better managers. Well, I followed the HR policy that was in place. So I got a hold of my HR manager, let her know the situation, and asked her how she wanted me to proceed. We proceeded with interviews and ultimately proceeded in the termination of both employees. Now, a rookie manager may look at that and go, well, maybe you're a store manager and it's your team lead that did that. You may look at that and go, that's all fun and games and who cares, right? Wrong. When someone's breaking policies like that, they're undermining your authority, they're undermining the authority of the company, they're undermining the rules that are set in place that they clearly know are not allowed. And so if you have employees that are breaking those HR policies, it's really going to affect your store. That brings me on to my next story. So I had this young lady working for me that was being sexually harassed by another employee. And this was going on for a couple months under the radar. Nobody had a clue. Some employees knew what was going on, but me and my management did not. And that was a problem. For whatever reason, that employee didn't feel comfortable bringing it to the surface. Finally, I had one associate that was quitting because of the environment in the store. They weren't happy. It was very unprofessional. And I was shocked by that. I'm like, what do you mean it's unprofessional? And then the employee then spilled the beans on what's going on with the sexual harassment in the store towards this one individual. That's a big problem. So I immediately used my HR training. I got a hold of my HR manager, let her know of the situation, and we followed a step-by-step plan of interviewing that young lady, interviewing those involved, And it was a long, drawn-out process where ultimately, unfortunately, nobody got let go because there was no paper trail, there was no evidence. It was their word against her word, and it didn't go anywhere. And that affected the morale of my store, and I lost a lot of good people because of this situation, because it just wasn't really, unfortunately that individual did not bring it to our attention soon enough. They would let it go on for months. And that is where your HR training really needs to come into play. You've got to really be clear with your employees that sexual harassment, any harassment of any kind, will not be tolerated, not an ounce of it. You need to set those expectations the moment you enter that store, when you have those meetings. That needs to be part of your expectations. When you're hiring new people and you have that onboarding process, when you skip over the HR section, you're really doing yourself a disservice. That should be an area that you actually train that individual, or have a manager train that individual on all the HR policies and why they're so important. You're going to find a lot of people will break the policies. Though when you have management that's not supposed to date associates, I see that happen all the time. That's because the expectations weren't really clear. They were clear in the handbook, but nobody actually went through the handbook and read them. Nobody trained that employee or that manager on the handbook, and so they thought they knew it probably wasn't right, but they weren't really sure 100%, and they didn't care to find out. That's really just to keep this training as simple as possible. You have to be that brand ambassador, not only with your expectations of customer service and sales on the floor and merchandising, but on the policies of your company. There's some policies that you can flex, right? You can break. But when it comes to HR and all the policies that are involved, when you're in that gray area and you're not sure, you need to play it safe. If you're in the gray area, you're in the red area. You've got to get out of that gray zone. And you need to build a team, a culture that understands black and white, what's right and wrong, and they need to understand that gray area, and they need to stay out of that gray area. If they're ever unsure, you need to have that open door policy. They need to feel comfortable in talking with you. Like that young lady, she wasn't comfortable in talking with me or any of my managers for whatever reason. And it really hurt my store. And it hurt the morale, and I had a lot of turnover, and it took me quite a few months to bounce back from that situation. You want to avoid that as best as you can. Some situations, they're unavoidable. They've happened, and you've just got to address them. You've got to partner with your HR manager, and you've got to nip it quickly and move on and get rid of those people that are causing major issues, and find people and build that right team that's going to help you move forward. Thanks for watching this lesson. I wanted to keep it short and sweet because I didn't want any of you falling asleep. I can see some of you guys are starting to go cross-eyed. I hope you look forward to the next lesson. We're going to learn a lot of great principles. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next lesson.